Right lads, so I'm just on my way to the steel drags here, which is something I do every couple of days. You know, when I'm feeling lucky, there's always that possibility I could go there for an hour and walk away with a couple of mil, so if that's the case, then I'll be happy as Larry, but it doesn't always happen. Now, the point is here, I've got a different setup, so I thought I'd share it with you all. Maybe something you can try yourself. It's not completely original. You know, people have used ruby bolts for a long time, but I don't know about here. I don't see many people using them. A lot of people opt for myth bolts because it's cost effective, and it's you know, it's a lot cheaper in general, and they're still just as good. But I've decided to take these, and I'll tell you why. It's because what I like to do is reinvest my money. So I went here the other day and I got 2 Dragon Plate Skate drops within a matter of like half an hour. So I basically got 600k from that. I could have technically then went and bought 1k ruby bolts, or even close on 1k diamond bolts, and brought them back here. There's no reason why not. I mean, that was money I didn't have before, so I like to reinvest. But anyways, here's my setup. Now, I'm just going to head over there because it's like watching paint dry. Just see me stand here. And let's get over here, you know. I always range pot as well when I'm, you know, killing any monster of any kind. For the price of a range pot sip, it's totally worth it. Even if you're like 60 range training, I recommend you do it. So let me talk you through this setup. Now I'm just going to kill this steel dragon. If this is a visage, tell you, I'm going to go crazy. Like, first one, I mean, it's impossible. Let's not even think about it. Now, there we go. That's the point I'm making. I've just hit a 40. However, I got hit with 7 damage. Now, with myth bolts, you don't need much food at all. But with this inventory setup, I've decided to opt for more food and less anti-fires. Now, an anti-fire will last you, one sip, will last 5 minutes or so. So, a full dose one, 20 minutes. 3 of them, for example, that's about an hour. That's about 2 hours. I mean, I don't know why you'd want to stay here for any much longer than 2 hours. So you don't really need more than 6. So what I've got here is the food for like when I get hit like that. Now these are great hits, don't get me wrong, but look, I got hit again. Now I don't know whether this is going to work out, but here's the plan. What I'm going to do is basically when I get down to half HP, I'll 2-sip on a Sorrow Brew and I'll super restore. Now ideally I would recommend 2 prayer pots. I'll tell you why, because you could leave that on rapid heal 2 times restore rate for hit points. So I'm trying to make it so that I can use these bolts. The only thing that would restrict anyone is the cost of them. You don't want to, you know, lose 600 coins every one that goes missing technically. But for me, money isn't really an issue. And like I say, I've got enough money stored from, say, drops to reinvest it. So I'm happy getting the range XP. I've actually used diamond bolts here before when I got a load of them for quite cheap. The way you've got to look at it is that, you know, for example, if I'm hitting really well, I'm going to be killing these so much faster. It's going to make it, you know, less boring, training quicker. So, you know, there's a lot more bonuses, but I'm getting hit quite a lot here. That's the only downside, and sometimes you will hit quite poor. It's not guaranteed like 40 every single time. So I'm going to do now 46. I'll just show you an example. 59, I don't want to waste the brew, you see. So I'm just going to super restore after that. That's probably quite expensive in itself. But, you know, like I say, I'm not worried about cash here. And I never get a visage. It's just going to pay for everything. So I don't see why it's a big deal. The cost can be the only thing restricting you here. I'm just wondering how long I'd be able to survive. But to be honest with you, I've killed 2, and I've not even delved into any of my food. And I've took 2 sips of a Sorrow Brew. Technically is around 20 HP. But I think now that I've got the rapid heal on, then it's just going to be, it'll keep me here for so much longer. So it's worth trying for you guys. And like I say, a 42 on a steel drag, you know, you could even use accurate as well if you wanted to go that far. But the hits are great, and I think this is something I'm going to stick to, because I'm sick and tired of using myth bolts and hitting like 25 to 30. Although that is great. I mean, if it can hit 40s, it's even better. So, yeah, that's what it's all about. And I also take 2 range pots, and I take some alch runes with me. So if I want to alch anything that I don't want to take back with me, just convert to coins. Like the rune limbs now, they never used to be, but now it's worth just alching them for the price you sell them for. I remember they were like 25, 30k, and then it was worth to sell a bunch of them rather than alch them. But now for the price you get for them, just definitely alch them. So, guys, what I'm saying to you is try this setup. Try using Ruby Bolt C. See what you think. I'd probably recommend 80 plus range. But you can try them at whatever level you wish. I mean, it'll make a difference. You could probably even use them at a low range level. And that bonus that you get off the Ruby Bolts, the effect, you could say, will make a difference for you. and it'll help your training out. So you can use them anywhere as well. I think I might even try King Black Dragon with a couple of mates. I mean, I could probably duo it at my range level now with a half decent ranger, similar range level to me. Even Chaos Ellie. Trying to think of other good monsters you could go to as well. They're the main ones though, really. You could use them on like Black Drags. I didn't think that as well. The fact that these drop curries quite often, you can always just, if your HP goes low off a kill, just pick that up, eat it, and it's food. It replaces a shark. I don't know what they heal. I think it's around about 20. So it's still great food, and none of my bolts are on the floor there. It's the great thing about the Abbas. But as I was saying, I remember killing red dragons with like steel arrows or even iron, and how long it would take me, and then all of a sudden get given this big amount of cash from spending the time there. And then I was in a position where I'd go out and I bought a cannon, bought rune arrows, so I was range potting, and all of a sudden I'm killing these so fast, I'm making even more money, my range level's flying up, and it was so enjoyable, and it kept me motivated. So that would be my advice to you guys. Say for example you go here and you get a Visage, stock yourself up, maybe go back or do something different. You can do what you like with your money, it's entirely up to you. But this is a great setup, and now that I've been here for a couple of kills, definitely something that I'm going to be keeping. No way am I going back to the myth bolts. It's so good just seeing like a 40 being hit, and the speed that I'm killing them rate, because the fact is these are addy bolts, they're bound to hit, and the fact I got full void as well. I always do take a ring of life with me here, because if I die I'm never getting back. The only chance of a death is if I disconnect. If I disconnected and then they start meleeing me, they could hit a 20 and it became over. But if I disconnect here in the middle of a fight, the fire breath only hits like, I think max of around 8. So I'm almost definitely safe. But the fact that I came here with 300 ruby bolts, which cost me 180k, I'm walking away with a dragon plate skirt, and I haven't even got the most. I've used up half the bolts, but still. Thanks for watching, guys. If this has helped you out in any way, or you've enjoyed it even, made it this far, then you can like the video. Stay tuned for more. I might upload a few more of these random things of what I get up to in game. I don't usually do this kind of stuff, but yeah, let me know what you think, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Alright, take it easy.